Bernie Sanders went on the procedure to have 2 stents inserted to address an arterial blockage after experiencing some chest discomfort during a campaign event on Tuesday. Jeff Weaver, a senior advisor to the Sanders campaign, said in a statement on Wednesday that the Vermont senator would spend the next few days recovering from the procedure, and that his campaign events would be canceled until further notice. Senator Sanders is conversing and in good spirits. So he's okay. He's not dying, okay? Because I know the corporate media is probably waiting in wings to try and discredit him, but I'm going to get more into that. He will be resting up over the next few days. We are canceling his events and appearances until further notice, and we will continue to provide appropriate updates. Senator Sanders' campaign also canceled a recently announced $1.3 million television ad buy in Iowa, according to Advertising Analytics, a firm that tracks ad spending. The spot was slated to begin airing on Thursday. A spokesperson for Sanders, however, said that the move was just postponed. So, again, it's not canceled. It just was postponed. Right now, again, all of his allies are saying that he's in good health. And Bernie Sanders, this also comes in the cusp where the Sanders campaign announced a staggering $25.3 million in fundraising. I think you guys talked about that yesterday. And basically, he's still pushing forward. So, first, there's going to be probably a lot of talk on corporate media trying to say that Sanders' health needs to be called into question. Well, let's look at, Dick Cheney, who had numerous heart procedures and stents put into his heart, and that was before he became vice president.
Literally had an artificial heart by the time he was out of the office. He had that battery pack he used to wear under his coat.
And then also there's another thing to mention, too. Before we talk about people's health, let's just rewind back the clocks to 2016, where then Secretary Hillary Clinton, who was the nominee, publicly fainted in New York because she had a pneumonia as well as a few other health issues.
I think you still refer to her as secretary, but then candidate.
Yeah, then candidate or whatever.
But another thing to point out on that same line of reasoning is Bill Clinton had stents put in his heart when he was 60.
Yeah.
Joe Biden has had has had a brain hemorrhage that resulted in multiple surgeries, but that was a couple decades ago.
And we even saw his blood vessels in his eye burst.
Yeah, medical issues are obviously questions that get brought up when talking about presidential candidates. The most important thing then is, do we trust that this person is going to pick a good vice president if we feel that their health is compromised? But the thing that I came away with this was he's 78. This appears to be his first major heart surgery of any type. And a few people have made the observation, and I really liked it as well. I felt a little bad because this is what I was thinking and hadn't tweeted it, and then everyone went and tweeted it, was, wait, so he was already running around everywhere. He was already full of energy before having these 2 arteries unblocked. Mm-hmm. How much energy is he going to have now?
He's going to be super strong. He's going to be ready to bring out the revolution and kick the revolution into overdrive. Because let's face it, Bernie Sanders isn't going to go anywhere. And, I could see the media probably bringing this question up because they're going to try and discredit him, try and bring him down. But it's not going to work. And already he's recovering. And I think we have maybe a graphic of Sanders actually right now leaving the hospital as we speak.
No, I don't think we have that one ready.
No, we don't have that one ready?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
That was a joke anyway.
That was a joke. Poorly timed. I guess we didn't have it ready. But see, that's why I love our new studio, because we have so many new graphics, Paul.
Yeah, we're good. More coming. They're coming.
More is coming. But the good news is that he is recovering, and I think we should all just relax a little bit, nothing to panic about. And look, he's going all over the country right now. He's meeting up with people, holding events, holding rallies where there's like 13,000, 15,000, 20,000 people attending. I mean, what presidential candidate can do that? Right. And have the energy to go do that very same thing the next day? None of them. Do you think Biden has what it takes? Kamala Harris, Cory Booker?
People have been asking me how damaging they think this will be for the campaign, and I think there's an overall perception that this will be ultimately damaging from a lot of sort of centrist mainstream media talking head type thinking people.
Yeah.
I was perusing Twitter, social media to just sort of get a sense of what people are saying and talking about this, and it evolved over the course of the day. Early on in the day, you did see some, almost Schadenfreude type reveling in the misfortune, and immedially doing the thing where they go to shaming the voter. If you're supporting Bernie Sanders, you're just he's a dead man walking. You're just voting for someone who's going to die in office. Like very mean-spirited kind of tweets, the knee-jerk reaction from the super conservative Twitter sphere or whatever was he's lucky he had a heart surgery before he got his socialized medicine put in, because he wouldn't still be living if we had socialized medicine. He's alive because we didn't have socialized medicines. Like, that's a really dumb take and not accurate.
Well, the thing is,
but as the day went on, things really mellowed out, and they're basically just well-wishing and a lot of support and very thoughtful, kind comments from almost every sector of the, sort of the online chat. So that vitriol was, I think, short-lived. I don't think that much will come out of people's, untoward opinions.
Yeah, I think it's going to die down,
Untoward's
because as soon
word.
as you see Bernie
Vile.
Sanders back on the campaign trail, as soon as you see him holding his rallies, because I guarantee you this, the next rally he's going to hold, a lot of people are going to show up there and stand in solidarity with Bernie Sanders. But don't worry, corporate media is going to ignore it. But that's where we have independent media like us, so that we can actually talk about it and say, hey, corporate media, how come you're ignoring Bernie Sanders' major comeback? He had 30,000 people at his event. He had all these people sharing and shouting out his name and supporting his policies. So it's going to be okay. I think it's very important that, one, we have to remember also, and this is something that we need to take into account, Bernie Sanders won't be around forever, so it's really up to all of us to step up our game and get politically involved, because he's showing us what he can do. Now it's time for us to step up and show what we can do, because if he can do it, what is your excuse? Don't be that person who says they wish that they could help, because already we're interviewing a lot of new congressional and progressive independent candidates that are running in this 2020 election cycle. I mean, if Bernie can do it, you can do it.
There are a lot. They're coming.
Yeah, so let's make it happen.